So hello guys, welcome to today's video. Just give me a quick confirmation that I am visible to all of you and my voice is clear. Just give me a quick confirmation that I am audible and I am visible, and we'll start today's session. How is your preparation going? First, tell me how is your Sankalp test and discussion going? Today was the grand test. So how was your grand test? Comment in the live chat. If some of you are on the Telegram channel, please unmute yourself and tell me how was today's grand test. We'll talk about test taking strategy today. So while other students are joining on the YouTube live chat, let me just tell that right now your psychiatry session is going on. Just hello. Telegram okay. Yeah, hi guys, sorry for that. Just give me a quick confirmation that I'm visible to all of you again and I am audible.
Sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we'll start today's session. I'm seeing that on Telegram, this screen is reversed. So is it so, or you're seeing the screen right? You're not seeing the mirror image, right? Everything is visible?
Sir, everything's visible.
Okay, great. Thank you, Aksa. So how was today's grand test? Did any one of you attempt today's grand test? How was that? Aksa, how was your grand test? Did you attempt today's grand test? How's your internship going?
Sir, abhi today was little hectic for me, so morning I wasn't able to write it. But I'll try to take it either tonight or tomorrow subah jaldi utھ ke.
Yeah.
I'll write it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So till now, have you been able to give the test and discussions that have been live?
Yes, sir. I wasn't able to attend the discussions live because of postings.
Okay.
But I was able to watch the recorded videos, and I've been writing the tests.
Yeah, that's most important. Watching the test is most important. Giving the test, because that makes you accountable, makes you regular daily आप देते हो तो एटलीस्ट उसके बाद थोड़ा simultaneously करना उसके साथ साथ, but still giving test is the best thing that you can do in your internship, right? Now, tell me, other students also comment. How is your preparation going? So without further wasting any time, let's just start today's session. And I'm just trying to open. Yeah. Sorry for that. I think I lost few students. Yeah. So I'm visible again, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today's session, I'll start. It's on test taking strategy, and we won't take a lot of time here. So the main aim here is to tell you how to attempt any MCQ based test. And we have two important tests coming up, INICET, which is on 17th May now. It has been preponed by a day. Most likely the reason for that, I think, is not unavailability of the center due to some reasons, whatever that may be, or I don't know, logistic reason, but it doesn't change any of your strategy. For us, it's the same thing. One day does not change your life. And the second exam that we'll be preparing for is NEET PG, which tentatively is on 15th June. Only NMC knows when the real exam is, although they announced the date beforehand. But we just have to pray to God that, okay, 15th June is the D-Day for NEET PG. Nobody knows what the exact date is. So for us, we work with these two dates. INICET sure is on 17th May now. That is one thing that we can be sure of, be it COVID, be it lockdown, INICET तो होके रहेगा, right? नीट पीजी का नहीं बता सकते, ठीक है? तो INICET and नीट पीजी में मेन डिफरेंस क्या है? Let's first see. So both of them have 200 questions, but INICET ask you to do these 200 questions in 180 minutes or 3 hours, whereas NEET PG gives you 210 minutes or 3 hours 30 minutes. That's the main difference. So you have a lot more time to attempt INICT and less time to attempt for NEET PG के लिए ज़्यादा time है, INICT के लिए you have less time. So accuracy is the key when it comes to INICT paper. Right now, few years back, the INICT pattern changed, and following that, the NEET PG pattern also changed. So now the exam is in blocks. We all know that in INICT we have 4 blocks of 50 questions each, which are divided equally. So you have 45 minutes block to solve 50 questions, right? That's the math that we are working with. And similarly, in NEET PG, we have 40 questions to be done in 42 minutes. This is our math. So in NEET PG, we have more than 1 minute to solve a question. For INICT, we have less than 1 minute to solve a question. And if we check about the negatives, so there is minus 1/3 in INICT, minus 1/4 in NEET PG. And if we talk about true and false questions, so sometimes there are multiple choice, multiple options, correct true and false questions. So for that, minus 1/5 for per option is the negative marking. This is from PGI days, right? So as we can see that the negatives in INICT is much more than NEET PG, but still I would say to all of you who are watching this video, either live or recorded later, in INICT, if you have to score a good rank, you need to attempt more than 185 at least. Okay, ideally, this number has to be more than 190. एंड इन नीट पीजी में तो आपको करने ही करने हैं जितने अटेम्प्ट करने हैं. यू हैव टू अटेम्प्ट मोर देन 190, आइडियली मोर देन 195. ठीक है, बिकॉज नाउ द कॉम्पिटिशन इज वेरी हाई एंड द प्रोबेबिलिटी वर्क्स इन योर फेवर. You know, if you have seen Dr. Dilip Kumar's post on Twitter, he actually did the math, and the probably came out that the likelihood that you'll get more score is if you attempt more, even if you don't know the question. So 185 तो ऊपर करने ही करने हैं आपको attempt. Ideally 190 के ऊपर आप सबको करने हैं attempt. That is our main target, right? Now what are the types of questions that come? So INICT NEET PG now is almost similar. ओके, नीट पीजी ही INICT है, INICT ही नीट पीजी है. ठीक है, जो अजनबी में स्विच वाला एक मीम आता है, इट इज नाउ एप्लीकेबल टू दिस एग्जाम्स. So both of them will have one liner. Earlier we used to say NEET PG has more one liners, but lately we have also seen INICT has one liners. So this is almost same in both the exams. And if we talk about image based questions, again I think it's almost same, little bit INICT more than NEET PG. The long stem clinical questions are definitely more in INICT than NEET PG, but the difficulty level, if I plot another parameter of a difficulty level, you know, it is the same now. Earlier, in fact, I would say NEET PG is more tough than INICT, and a lot of students would say कि सर क्या बोल रहे हो, ऐसा नहीं होता. But if you see the last year's INICT, the shift NEET PG, okay, that was much more tougher. Second shift was much more tougher than INICT, and a lot of students have said that. लोग बोलते हैं कि INICT के लेवल क्या था, but I personally think NEET PG second shift was much more tougher than INICT exam. Alright, okay, and INICT in general is a more predictable exam. It focuses a lot on previous year topics, and if you have read well, if you have attended your postings well, so you will be able to answer a lot of questions from your INICT, unlike NEET PG. So a NEET PG requires a broader width of knowledge. Now let's talk about match the following questions. So match the following questions are much more asked in INICT than NEET PG. And true and false statement. So multiple options correct. Let's say they'll give you a which of the following is so the following statements about giant cell tumor is true or false, and they'll give you 5 options. So you have to write true, false, true, false, true, false, right? So these sort of questions also come in now INICT, and they are less common in NEET PG. So that is the whole breakup. This is the whole framework of the types of questions that will come. And so you need to prepare yourself in such a way that you are able to get the maximum out of these sort of questions. Now, very, very important is to focus on this. That is what is the timeline that we are working on. So if I talk about INICT, I have 45 questions to be done in 40 minutes, right? That is the maths. So what I like to do is, break it down into 15 questions. So 15 questions to be done in how much time? Around 13 minutes, right? 13.33 if I'm not wrong. 13 minutes, 15 questions. So by the time your clock on the exam timer, your computer screen turns 13, you should be sure that you are at 15th question. But I like to sorry, मैंने थोड़ा गलत बता दिया, sorry, this is 50 questions. Sorry for this. This is 50 questions to be done in 45 minutes, right? This is the maths that we are working with. 50 questions, 45 minutes. So let me break it down to more simpler maths. So what I personally like to do is to keep the last 3 minutes for revision. In fact, last 5 minutes for review. And so the new target becomes 50 questions to be done in 40 minutes, because last 5 minutes, so I'll go for review of that particular block. So by the time you have around 10 minutes on the clock, you should be at 13th question. You should be at 13th question, right? And I want you to, get a bigger speed, have a good speed at the start, because if you take a long time in the beginning, you'll be very, very, anxious by that if there are only 15 minutes remaining and you have 25 questions left. You'll get panicky and you'll do a lot of silly mistakes. So try to go fast initially. And so if this is the target, 13 questions to be done in 10 minutes, first thing to do is just do all the one-liners. One-liners, पहले खत्म करो सारे. Then do all image-based questions. Then go and read long stem questions and match the following. Okay. So by this strategy, you'll have ample of time to dedicate to longer questions, think logically, and arrive at a right answer. So finish the one-liner image-based questions quickly, because you have only 50 questions per block, right? आपको 200 questions नहीं देखने हैं. And then come back and do the long stem questions and match the following question. And try to do this entire thing in 40 minutes. That's the whole target. And in the last 5 minutes, review the marked questions. So the questions you have marked for review, those are to be done in the last 5 minutes, right? And for NEET PG, what is our maths? So 200 questions, 210 minutes, 40 questions in 42 minutes. So we have 40 questions in 42 minutes, right? So a good idea is to keep last 2 minutes. I like to keep last 2 minutes here. और यहाँ पर भी 5 minutes रख लो, चलो मैथ्स उसके हिसाब से कर लेंगे. 5 minutes for review. So you have 40 questions to be done in 37 minutes. 40 questions in 37 minutes. So approximately 10 questions in 9 minutes, right? A little faster. And here also try to do the same thing. One liners पहले करने, image based questions बाद में, then long stem questions, and then match the following questions. So what you'll have is that you'll able to finish all the important easy question once, spend a lot of time analyzing the tough questions, and having extra 5 minutes to review your marked questions. Okay, so this should be your test taking strategy on the exam day, and you should practice this test taking strategy in the GTs also. So unmute yourself and tell me if you are giving GTs. If someone is on the live chat, please mention if you are taking GTs. And any other question that you want to
Yes,
ask.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So any other question that you have? This is regarding today's session, test taking strategy, how to improve speed and accuracy. If you have any questions, please tell me.
Hello. So I have a question regarding this.
Yeah.
Do you think, as you suggested, that we should just do the one-liners and image-based questions and then the long stems? So do you suggest that we skim through the whole 40 questions first and see in which category each question falls?
So the idea is to focus on this maths. For INICET, 10 minutes, you should be at 13th question. Now, irrespective of whether you are skimming through the paper or attempting the long questions as and when they come. Let's say कोई लंबा question आया, you are attempting it as and when they come. It's fine. But this math should always be in your favor. That by the time 10 minutes are at the clock, 10 minutes are on the clock, you should be at 13th question.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, hi.
सर फाइनल ईयर के स्टूडेंट को कुछ बताइए ना कैसे प्रिपरेशन करनी है
यार फाइनल ईयर स्टूडेंट्स के लिए क्लास नहीं है, ये फाइनल स्टूडेंट्स के लिए दूसरा क्लास होगा. दिस इज फॉर दो स्टूडेंट्स हु आर appearing for this year's NEET PG and either interns or post interns.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so somebody has asked on the YouTube chat, sir, I am barely getting 90 corrects. My peers are easily scoring more than 600 marks in GTs. I know it sounds really stupid, but sir, will I ever be able to reach the level in this attempt? So a lot of introspection is required if you're getting 90 corrects. That needs to be improved. So what is required is that if you are at 90, then your content is lacking. And Medic Coral, if you are listening to this, please mention it in the chat box. What is your source of preparation? Because at 90 corrects, you need to revisit your core content. Like, is it just RR? Is it for weak subjects also? You're either relying only on RR or BTR. What is the content that you are reading? Because then you need to work on that content. While she replies, if there are any other questions, please unmute yourself and ask.
गुड इवनिंग सर.
हाँ या
सर एक क्वेश्चन तो नहीं है बट एक मुझे पॉइंट बताना था क्योंकि ये मतलब मेरी फ्रेंड के साथ हुआ है कि द थिंग इज यू आर नॉट अलाउड वॉशरूम ड्यूरिंग नीट पीजी बट यू आर अलाउड वॉशरूम ड्यूरिंग INICET. बट इफ यू गो बाय मिस्टेक टू द वॉशरूम दे विल टेक बायोमेट्रिक्स ट्वाइस, तो आपका 15 मिनट जाएगा. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट मेरे दोस्त का INICET बहुत खराब गया बिकॉज शी मिस्ड आउट ऑन वन एंटायर सेट ऑलमोस्ट. तो भाई तो इसलिए बता रहा हूँ कि सर किसी को भी जाना है तो वो either they mentally take that gap or at least they like train that habit of not doing.
I think that is a very good information that you have shared here. So if someone on the live chat on YouTube is not able to hear it, I'll repeat. So in INICET, they allow a washroom break. In NEET PG, they don't allow a washroom break. But in INICET, if you take a washroom break, you have to do the biometrics again to sit on your computer, right? So that will take around 10-15 minutes of your time. So mentally prepare yourself that okay, इतना तेज प्रेशर आ रहा है कि नहीं रोका जा रहा और अब आई हैव टू sacrifice 10-15 minutes of my time, right? That is one thing that you should take into consideration. Okay, Medic Coral has replied on YouTube, sir, I haven't completed my first read yet. I am studying from RR plus BTR. तो ठीक है, अगर पहली रीड नहीं अगर अभी तक हुई Medic Coral, so that's fine. 90 correct is okay. Everybody everybody prepares at a different pace. I remember, मैं अपना बताता हूँ, when in my MBBS days, I never used to be in the top 10 of the class. I was a good student. ठीक है, पोस्टिंग्स में ठीक नंबर आते थे. I was studious, but I never used to get even in top 10 of my class. How even कितनी भी कोशिश कर लूँ मैं, ठीक है ना, तो दैट्स ओके. आप अपनी पेस पे पढ़ रहे हो, आपका एक एग्जाम टाइमलाइन है. जस्ट just work as per your own plan. Whatever plan you have made for yourself by watching all the YouTube videos that are there on YouTube, topper interviews, strategy sessions, up to there is ton of information, right? So I'm sure all of you have made your own strategy. Just focus on that. तो थोड़े टाइम 2-3 साल पहले तो like only Aditya and I were making YouTube videos on strategy. Now there is like tons of strategy videos. So I'm sure that all of you have all the resources to know how to prepare for these 2 exams at least, right? So and you have made your own strategy. So just stick to that strategy. Okay, any other query?
Hello.
Hello? Yeah. Hi Sapna.
यस हाय सर सर मैरिट पे जो जीटी है ना तो उसमें टाइम स्लॉट के हिसाब से टेस्ट नहीं हो रहा है तो वो चीज अगर इम्प्लाई करें आप तो इंक्लूड मतलब तो वो बेटर रहेगा प्रैक्टिस के लिए उसमें
ठीक है।
200 क्वेश्चन एक साथ ही आते हैं सर टाइम स्लॉट के हिसाब से नहीं है
आई थिंक टाइटन सीरीज करके एक पीडब्ल्यू मेडेट की टेस्ट सीरीज चलती है. Let me just inquire with the team if that is free for you also, but that had a pattern, block based GT pattern. So I'll tell the team that current following grand test, if they can make block wise like the actual exam, it will be good. Thank you, Sapna.
थैंक यू
Medic Coral is asking, sir, should I complete 5 to 6 major subjects and then go about every GT? नहीं. So GT का आप एक फिक्स फ्रीक्वेंसी बना लो. If let's say you have you are an intern or you are reading it for the first time from PG point of view, you have decided कि 1 GT I have to give irrespective of my level of preparation. So that you have to give irrespective of how many questions you get right. ठीक है. So let's say by the time you finish 70% of your syllabus, 70% of your syllabus, okay, you're an intern, ठीक है. Then the frequency should be once per month. Now, once 70% of your syllabus is done, ideally you should switch to revision. ठीक है, जो 30% बच गया है that you'll cover during your revision series. ठीक है. Now, when you started your revision after completing 70% of the syllabus, then the frequency should increase to once in 2 weeks, and that should continue till 1 month before the exam or 2 months before the exam. Okay, so 70% done. Now you're revising, increase the frequency of GTs to twice per month till 2 months before the exam. And 2 months before the exam, increase this frequency of once every 10 days. Once every 10 days becomes 3 per month, or if you're doing every weekly, 4 per month. I think that is pretty fine. 4 GTs a month are more than enough. Try to give GTs of multiple platforms, not just one platform, because you know GTs are made from their own QBank, and QBank is very, very different in different platforms. So try to give GTs of multiple platforms. But I'm giving GT every 10 days. I have done this for the last 2 GTs at least, but since I lack in content, I don't see. Yeah. So if you lack in content, there is no point in giving GTs, you know, and this is one mistake a lot of students make, because now the buzz in the town is that if you don't give GTs, you will not get selected in NEET PG or NICT. ऐसा नहीं है भाई. जो GTs हर हफ्ते दे रहे होते थे for the last 6 months, they were like toppers of their MBBS. उनका कंटेंट सॉलिड था, वो पढ़ रहे थे MBBS में अच्छे से 3 साल से. If you are someone who is weak on content, giving GTs will magically not improve your rank. You know, ऐसा नहीं होता है. GTs का काम तब आता है आपका भाई जब आपने पढ़ लिया है एक बार. उससे पहले GTs दो, बट ऐसे मत दो कि भाई हर हफ्ते दे रहे हो. ठीक है.
और बताने थे सर एग्जाम के बारे में.
हाँ बताओ यार.
If you don't
please.
mind.
हाँ 100%.
एक तो है सर, you can go only forward in questions. You can never go back.
टॉयलेट ब्रेक बताया आपने. दूसरा कि 1 to 50
You
जा रहे
can
हो
go
तो
only
1 to 50.
forward in questions. You can never go back.
मतलब if you're going from 1 to 50, you can come back for review, right?
हाँ, you can come back for review, but आप जब mark and next करते हो, it will always go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So it is never गुड कि आप बोलो कि मैं पीछे से आगे करूं. आपको हमेशा एक ब्रैकेट लेना पड़ेगा कि मैं अगर स्टार्टिंग का मुझे मुश्किल मिल रहा है तो यू कांट बी लाइक कि मेरे 1 2 3 चले गए तो मैं 1 2 3 के बाद आई विल डू 50 to 1. यू हैव टू बी लाइक 1 2 3 छूट गया, देन यू हैव टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 45 46 47 48 49 50, फिर वापस आना पड़ेगा आपको, बिकॉज उल्टा ऑप्शन मिलता ही नहीं है. इट विल ऑलवेज गो टू द नेक्स्ट नंबर.
No. Let me get this.
और
You are doing set number 1. You are doing set number 1. उसमें questions naturally
जी
1
सर.
1 to 50 तक हैं. Let's say you have started doing
जी
question
सर.
number 1 and then you are
जी
उसमें
सर.
आता है mark and next.
जी सर.
ठीक है, या save and next आता है
जी
ना.
सर. जी सर.
तो आपने save and next पे क्लिक किया तो ऑप्शन नंबर क्वेश्चन 2 खुल गया. फिर आपने 7 नेक्स्ट पे क्लिक किया, क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 खुल गया. ना बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स के बैक टू बैक टफ क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं, तो दे थिंक कि चलो हम
जी
50 to 49 कर लेते हैं.
सर. हाँ जी सर.
तो तू बोल रहा है ये नहीं कर सकते.
हाँ, हम उल्टा नहीं कर सकते, हम आगे ही जा सकते हैं
तो
बस.
हम 45 to 46 to 47 ही करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ जी सर. ये तो मैम ने भी बोला था, ओशिका मैम ने भी बोला था कि अगर स्टार्टिंग में डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन मिल जाते हैं तो पीछे का 10 का सेट है, पीछे का 5 का सेट करो, यू विल गेट द मोमेंटम एंड देन यू कम बैक. उससे आपके क्वेश्चंस ज्यादा सही.
हाँ नहीं ठीक बात है, बट ऐसा नहीं कर सकते हम कि 50 49 48 47 46. यू हैव टू डू 45 46
वैसे
47
उल्टा नहीं कर
48 49 50.
नहीं सर.
ओके चलो ठीक है, ये भी अच्छी बात बताई.
और तीसरा पॉइंट ये था कि सर आपको आपका एडमिट टिकट ही आपका ब्लैंक शीट है. दिल गिव यू अ पेन एंड स्क्रीन में कैलकुलेटर रहता है, तो आपको उतना कंफ्यूजन नहीं होना चाहिए पीएसएम के कैलकुलेशंस के लिए. सो यू शुड नॉट बी स्केयर्ड ऑफ कैलकुलेशंस. You will have a calculator inbuilt and your A4 sheet, that is the admit hall, is the blank sheet for practice.
हाँ ठीक है. आई थिंक बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को पता भी है, एडमिट कार्ड में लिखा भी होता है कि यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू ब्रिंग एनी ब्लैंक शीट इन द हॉल, एंड ऑल्सो दे डोंट प्रोवाइड एनी ब्लैंक शीट. आई थिंक नीट पीजी में देते हैं ब्लैंक शीट, INICT में नहीं देते हैं ब्लैंक शीट. दोनों में ही नहीं देते हैं.
नहीं सर, एडमिट कार्ड के पीछे इज ब्लैंक.
हाँ वही वाला है
एडमिट कार्ड
ना,
के पीछे इज ब्लैंक
ब्लैंक
शीट
शीट है. हाँ.
हाँ जी
And
सर.
they take the blank sheet admit card also after the exam.
एडमिट कार्ड भी ले लेते हैं
हाँ
सर.
एडमिट कार्ड भी ले लेते हैं. That is also not allowed. चलो मेडिक कोरल इज आस्किंग. अच्छा मेडिक कोरल अपना नाम बता दो यार, यूट्यूब चैट पे हो आप, एक बार नाम बता दो मेडिक कोरल. सर लास्ट क्वेश्चन, आई विल बी एबल टू कंप्लीट माई रीड फ्रॉम RR at least by the end of this month. Sir, should I attempt GT after these 15 to 20 days? So if you're able to complete your RR, I think your main source is now RR plus BTR. So see, the problem with RR plus BTR combo is that this RR plus BTR combo lacks in content. I'm sure you know this. So to augment this content, either you have to practice a lot of questions, or then you have to go into the universe of BTR, that जिसमें आता है आपका bonus BTR, compiled modules, compiled Harrisons, compiled Baileys, exams and discussions and फलाना ढिमका. So either आप बहुत सारे questions आपको करने पड़ेंगे या फिर उस पूरे यूनिवर्स में जाना पड़ेगा आपको. either of that is fine. but वो जो मुझे पर्सनली पसंद है, what I tell student is कि you first make a list of your weak and strong subjects, and this is something that I did personally. I was aware कि यार बायोकेम मुझसे नहीं होएगी, एंड बायोकेम से आएंगे 15 क्वेश्चन. तो बायोकेम मैंने उठाई रिव्यू बुक, उसको पढ़ा और एक्स्ट्रा चीज़ें लिखी RR नोट में. मुझे लगे 10 दिन अपने बायोकेम को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने में, एंड इट इज़ फाइन. ठीक है, इट इज़ फाइन. आजकल टाइमलाइन देता हूँ मैं भी कि फर्स्ट इतना टाइम हो जानी चाहिए, फर्स्ट रिवीजन इतना टाइम से इतने टाइम तक, फिर दूसरा रिवीजन इतने टाइम से इतने टाइम तक. उसका पर्पस ये कभी भी नहीं होता यार कि आप ना मतलब इतना स्ट्रेस में आ जाओ कि अपने वीक सब्जेक्ट्स या स्ट्रॉन्ग सब्जेक्ट्स कंप्लीट ही नहीं कर रहे हो. अगर वो वीक सब्जेक्ट्स हैं एंड दे हैव 15+ क्वेश्चंस इन द मेन एग्जाम, लाइक दे दो टाइम, वर्थ इट है, दे दो टाइम. तो RR प्लस BTR कॉम्बो थोड़ा लैक करता है फॉर योर वीक सब्जेक्ट्स इफ दे आर अ मेजर कंट्रीब्यूटर इन द एग्जाम. तो उसको या तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन से ऑगमेंट करो, या फिर उनके रिव्यू बुक्स, मेन रिव्यू बुक पढ़ो या मेन नोट्स पढ़ो। चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। So if there are no more questions, I think we'll end today's session. It's a half an hour session already completed. We'll end today's session. If you have any queries, please mention them on the Telegram group. Tag me, and I'll answer that. Okay. We'll end today's session then. All the best for your studies. I'm sure you're following the schedule diligently. It is helping you. I hope it is helping you. And please mention your queries and I'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Good night,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. सर आपका पॉडकास्ट बहुत अच्छा था सर, अभी
सा podcast?
रिसेंटली सुना सर, बहुत अच्छा था। थैंक यू फॉर दैट आल्सो।
नीट प्रेस के
नचिकेत
साथ
सर
जो
के
था,
साथ
नचिकेत
थोड़ा
सर
पुराना है, थोड़ा पुराना है, बट अभी मैंने रिसेंटली सुना सर, इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ बहुत अच्छा था। थैंक यू फॉर दैट आल्सो।
थैंक यू यार। हाँ, वो काफ़ी स्पॉन्टेनियस सा ही हो गया यार, काफ़ी मुझे भी बड़ा अच्छा लगा पॉडकास्ट के बाद। वेरी स्पॉन्टेनियस पॉडकास्ट। आई हैड अ फ्लाइट टू कैच, मैं लाइक आई जस्ट रीच हिज हाउस like running and finished the podcast and just left. हमने कोई चिट चैट भी नहीं की उसके बाद, बट काफ़ी अच्छा पॉडकास्ट था यार, वो परफॉर्मिंग वेल ऑल्सो।
सर उसके खास करके शॉर्ट्स तो मतलब आपका जो दिल्ली के फर्स्ट ईयर वाला शॉर्ट है तो बिकेम वेरी वाइरल।
हाँ वो काफ़ी वायरल हो गया। ट्रू है यार, मैम से मेरी वाइफ थी, उसको हरास करते थे यार सीनियर जेआर। एक बार मेरी वाइफ ने गायनी ज्वाइन की मैम सी में, उसको बोलते सीनियर जेआर और एसआर कि तुम तीनों टाइम का खाना ऑर्डर करो हमारे लिए, पूरे डिपार्टमेंट का, ब्रेकफास्ट लंच डिनर। और फिर बोलते हैं कि आज हम ये नहीं खाने का मन कर रहा, आज छोले भटूरे कर दे चलो ऑर्डर। अच्छा आज क्या खिलाएगी, अच्छा आज हल्दीराम से थाली कर दे ऑर्डर। मतलब कोई मतलब है क्या यार, भिखमंगे हो गया। एंड आफ्टर अ पॉइंट शी रिफ्यूज टू डू दैट, एंड देन सॉफ्टली क्या करते हैं ये सीनियर एसआर एंड जेआर ना, अच्छा अंजलि तू आ जा, तू स्क्रब हो जा सिजेरियन में, ओशिका तू ना वार्ड राउंड्स देख ले एक बार। लाइक दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ बुलशिट दैट दीस पीपल पुल।
बुरा लगा सर, मतलब ये तो मिसयूज ऑफ पावर है, हम यही बोल सकते हैं और
रैगिंग
कुछ नहीं।
2.0 है भाई, दिस इज क्रिमिनल। लाइक क्रिमिनल लॉ लाना पड़ेगा तभी लोग सुधरेंगे। ये मतलब दिस टाइप ऑफ हरासमेंट इन मेडिकल कॉलेजेस इज, भाई सोच भी नहीं सकता है कोई।
स्टेट कॉलेजेस में तो समझ में आता है बिकॉज एचओडी के हाथ में रहता है, बट समझ लीजिए एनबीई वाला जो हो, सेंट्रल वाला हो, डिग्री या डिप्लोमा हो, उसमें भी दे डू सर, उसमें तो और खराब है। आप तो इंटरनली हेल्प भी नहीं कर सकते, स्टेट वाले में तो हेल्प भी कर दे।
एकदम हरासमेंट है, रैगिंग है, प्रॉपर मिसयूज ऑफ पावर है ये। मतलब आप एक अथॉरिटी फिगर हो, कोई आपके खिलाफ बोल नहीं सकता, आपके हाथ में बच्चों की डिग्री है तो आप उनको हरास कर रहे हो। दैट इज एज सिंपल एज दैट। मतलब इट इज प्योर क्रिमिनल। अगर किसी ने केस कर दिया ना, फंस जाएगा पूरा डिपार्टमेंट।
थैंक यू सर, आपने बड़े अच्छे से बताया, बहुत जेन्युइनली।
चलो ठीक है, अगली बार मिलते हैं। इफ़ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी प्लीज़ मेंशन देम इन द ग्रुप एंड आई विल आंसर देम। ठीक है, चलो गुड नाइट, बाय बाय।
थैंक यू सर, गुड नाइट सर।
अच्छा।
बाय।